Yo, testing, testing. Testing. Yo, testing, testing. Testing. What's going on, y'all? This is going to be the L7C. We are streaming our end of year podcast. First time we're actually going to be streaming one of these. I mean, we've only been around for a year. So waiting for people to pop into the Zoom, and then we will start. What's going on, y'all? This is going to be the L7C. We are streaming our... So, just sending out the message. What's going on, Patrick? Oh, gotta send the messages. Invite. Copy invitation link. Sent. Good camera. Yeah, it's just the camera that came with the computer. So, copy link.
Yo.
What's up?
What up?
You don't want this on video, do you?
I mean,
it's being live streamed, so it's up to you.
What shit? Fucking live stream? God damn.
currently you're live right now, so.
Hold on. I'm about to connect to Ethernet on this. This is on Wi-Fi. Hopefully this doesn't interrupt much here. If we were wanting to do this thing for like Among Us or like playing games like that, how does that work for you guys? Like do you guys live stream it, or is it just like one person that we'd be looking at their screen, or what?
Whoever would be streaming it would be looking at their stream. And Patrick's in the chat right now on YouTube. He says Byron Oso.
What up, Patrick?
Dog.
So yeah, it would only show the the person who's streaming's screen.
Yeah.
But it would capture like all our audio and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think we would have to probably get on like a Discord call.
That's the thing. Like, it's really just, I don't know. I guess the audio, but
Jacob told you to shut the F up, Mitch.
well, where the hell
Jacob's
is he
watching?
at?
Jacob has that new job. Remember, like that hard working
No,
whatever.
quit it.
he's
Wow.
he's working 2 to 10. He's recording his part on Friday.
Whatever.
It's
Why
funny.
did he just tell you that now? Is he listening, or is he texting me?
I sent him the link to the YouTube thing. He literally just said, "Tell Mitch to shut the F up." Shoot, Mitch, I'm proud of you, man. Because Byron was worried you weren't gonna be able to get on at 8 o'clock.
Well, Cooper's not here actually. He's at Kayla's parents.
Oh, well.
Kayla had to do errands today and had to open up a custodial savings account for him because he got some money for Christmas. So,
nice.
So while she was out doing stuff like that, her parents were watching. So, and now that's where she is right now. And I told her this would probably take an hour or so. Maybe she can time it up to come home whenever it's done. So she'll probably leave in half hour, 40 minutes or something. Oh, shit.
Smooth.
Here comes Nikki.
Kayla Oso.
What up,
Kayla
Nikki?
Expert Oso?
Oh, here we go.
That's the thing is that this is going. I gotta get the new plate on it. I have to donate it or the freaking hat trick. Damn it.
Yeah,
Whatever. Nikki, is you gonna take that next year for Byron?
I'm trying, man.
I almost had it this year, but injuries.
Side note: if you guys are in other leagues and if you guys want, I don't know if you guys do a trophy in your other leagues or if you guys give a shit about it or just hit me up. I can get you that trophy or the I don't know. Did I ever show you guys the one it's actually it's actually from the NFL itself. It's like a big silver fantasy football trophy. It's the only one in which they endorse. It's huge as shit.
Hey, Patrick says Nikki in the chat, and Jacob says howdy, boys. And also, Mitch, Jacob is shocked you were actually on time because you were almost late to your own wedding.
Dang, he had to bring that up.
I don't remember almost being late to my own wedding.
That's what he said.
He's going to have to elaborate that to me. Kayla almost struggled, not due to her, anything that was her fault, but the florist effed up, and they forgot the
veil.
I don't know what the hell it's called at the hotel. So I'm late to my own wedding.
Well, Jacob,
clock out, man.
Bro, he's working 2 to 10 tonight.
Take your break. Your lunch break.
And he finds out his schedule the day before. So it's, I don't know if he can.
But yeah, anyways, if you guys in your other leagues need a trophy, Kayla's dad can get you a price for that kind of shit.
Oh, Mr.
I
Debo?
think that was like
What's
$90,
up?
$100, something
What's
like
up,
that.
Evan?
Hey, Mr. Baker! Baker's
Mr.
here.
Baker in the flesh. Mr. Baker represents here.
Audio only? I wanted to see that smooth haircut.
Oh, Lord. Oh, let me post these questions in there for y'all.
It is what it is, buddy. It's been a year of injuries and COVID.
Fair enough.
All right.
What injury you got to your haircut?
To my what?
What happened to your haircut?
My haircut? What do you mean?
Hey, you don't look like Field Yates anymore?
Oh, hell no.
You say I look like Bill Gates?
Phil Yates.
Nah,
I can't hear you. It looked like
you don't
Field
cheat
Yates?
on people, man.
Oh, my.
No, I don't.
My God.
You good man.
I'm
Hey,
lost. I'm
all
lost.
the ladies
I'm lost
listening
right
to the
now.
L7C podcast, we got some bachelors here. Just hook them up. They're experts at stuff. Let me tell you. Probably
Byron.
the man in which you looking at probably isn't smart. So
Byron, you want me to start the recording? It's
Yeah.
on you. All right, we're about to start, y'all.
And whoever joins.
Whoever joins in the middle.
Where's
Joins.
Justin? Hold on, pump the brakes. No, start the recording because I want the first producer to hear me.
All right, I got you. All right. Gonna hear the disclaimer.
Recording in progress.
Welcome, everyone, to the L7C podcast. And today we have a very special podcast for y'all. Today, we are actually live on YouTube with some of the L7C members doing our end of year podcast. This is the second one. If you haven't listened to the first one, which is gold, make sure you check that one out. But live right now, we have myself. We have the captain, Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. We got our DBZ expert, our very first podcast, Mitchell Oso. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, but come back to me after you introduce everyone else.
Right. We have someone who just joined the L7C podcast ranks this year, has been putting in work. King Nikolai, the commissioner of the leagues. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm good. Just one more day to make it. That's all I'm looking forward to.
And then we got our NBA expert with us, Mr. Evan Debo. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing well. Let's go Cavs.
Let's go Cavs. Mitch, do we want to throw it to you right now? I do want to say...
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Where's the producer? Where's the OG producer, Justin? He was not on the one I did last year for end of year. Where is he now? I need him now. I mean, now. Otherwise, he needs to get on a DBZ podcast.
Oh,
because I need 5 minutes to talk to this man. Not because I have anything to talk about, because I don't talk to him at all. I text him during fantasy football all the time, subtweet him. Even, I'm trying to help that man out whenever it comes to lift, effing it up for all the viewers. Justin lost his phone in a Lyft car and couldn't get it back for a week. And I'm trying to initiate trades, trying to help this man out, tweeting towards Lyft. I never talked so much shit before in my life. And he did not subtweet me back. I think he liked something I did. Cool. But whenever I missed out on Mark Andrews and Leonard Fournette.
Did you just say you tweeted at Lyft?
Yeah. Yeah, Lyft customer support. Oh yeah,
God
we
bless.
were ripping them really hard.
God bless.
God bless. That's why you get Uber or you walk.
well, he was in the wrong state of mind at that Cincinnati Bengals game, but to leave your phone in the front seat, that is pretty bad. Anyone else you're calling out, Mitch? Anyone else?
Maybe as the podcast here goes on, Jacob, quit your job.
Yeah, the wrestling expert. He is in the chat though, but he is working right now. He is actually going to be recording his part Friday morning. I do want to say, for valid excuses, the MMA expert Chuck Marlowe was scheduled to be on this, but he could not because his unit of the National Guard actually got deployed to Mount Carmel East to assist with the COVID surge.
Oh, wow. All
So
right.
he is actually
He gets passed.
he's fighting the good fight.
Thank you, Chuck.
Yep.
Now,
Thank you,
Justin,
Chuck.
Mitch, I have nothing for you because he was just on the podcast yesterday. And I know he's not doing anything. Oh, and Patrick wanted to say in chat, the fantasy football champ is in the chat.
Yep.
Yep,
We
he is.
all lost to King Patrick, and he's overall. Anyone, this is what Patrick is going to get. He's going to get the fantasy football trophy. He'll get his name inscribed on the side there. So once I get that taken care of, unfortunately, I have to give that up, which probably means then I'm going to lose the WWE belt to somebody. It's going to be tough.
Just going to keep going through L's. All right, but let's get into the serious questions before we just go off the rails. So, Mitch, I'm going to start with you because you were our first podcast and our first full year down. How are you feeling about the L7C podcast right now? What's been your favorite pod to do or listen to in 2021?
Everybody has their expertise in their podcasts. Personally, I like my own because, I like to hear the sound of my own voice. Let's not get carried away there. But no, I love the diversity that you guys have been putting out there. I'm kind of bland, to be honest with you. I only talk about one thing, and that's Dragon Ball. I mean, I don't contribute to too much. I did a college football podcast with Byron when we started
last year.
Yep. I think that was not last year. I think that was like literally maybe 2 months into all this stuff. But it rained. As everyone's aware, we talk about anime here, we talk about sports there. Some of our other contributors like Cassie, Flo, shout out to all of them. They tackle probably more, serious issues, while I just talk about cartoons. And I mean, good shit. It's good shit.
Hey, but you opened the door for all of us, so everyone else gave us a
Hey,
chance.
you're the one that set this up. I just spoke first.
Hey, you got to start off with a topic that can get people right in there. Byron, man, what's been your favorite pod to do or listen to in 2021?
My favorite pod, actually, I have two.
Okay.
One is the first What If battle, Neji versus Garo. I like that we started that for the podcast, and it's done well with our listeners. So that's one of my favorites. And also the first podcast I edited, the Dragon Ball 78 review with Mitch.
Hey, that is right, guys. Our Captain Byron Mitchell has leveled up. He also has editing skills. And now, actually, the past month, he has been editing all of the podcasts.
Yep, yes, I have.
Where's
Yeah.
Justin? Where is he now? If Byron is carrying this team right now, where is Justin?
Justin does the podcast with multiple people on it because I haven't leveled up that far yet.
And
Fair enough.
Jacob in the chat said, Mitch, where the F is his shout out at? You didn't shout him out for being the wrestling expert.
Yeah, sorry, man. Shout out to Jacob and his wrestling podcast. Make sure you hop on Facebook and click a like on the L7C wrestling pod or whatever it is that probably hasn't had a post in the past 4 months for all I know. And then
Jacob also in the chat says, hashtag where's Justin? Oh, Lord, Mitch, you started something.
I'm ready for it.
Nikki,
I'm
man,
jumping into.
you're the first new person who is on the end of year podcast. The other new person, Andrea Alanese, is traveling right now, so couldn't be on, but she's recording her part later this week. How did you feel joining the L7C podcast as a consistent contributor?
Man, I was hyped. And what I realized doing this, podcasting's fun. Just hopping on, talking about stuff. And we obviously do the Naruto, and that's my number one anime. So that had me hooked off rip. But doing this, it definitely gets me excited. I'm ready for what's to come. Makes me want to hop on a couple others.
Mm-hmm.
That My Hero podcast with Andrea, I'd be looking at that every time like, damn, I kind of want to do this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck with My Hero, and I'd be watching it, the sub, everything.
Oh, Evan, man, what's been your favorite pod of 2021 to listen or to do?
I mean, that's a tough one. If I'm thinking, just kind of reflecting on some of the things that have been said, I mean, I definitely align with those. So, and then I just feel that, I'm kind of a plain Jane and what I bring to the table at times and what we discuss in terms of NBA hoops and stuff. Obviously I love our early season prediction pods. That's probably one of my favorite one when we do hot takes for the playoffs, when we do hot takes for, the beginning of the NBA season, and just, shooting our shot on what teams we think we're going to make or break in the NBA realm. And it's always fun seeing how things play out, especially with a wild card such as COVID. We've got tons of teams, battling and taking 10-day contracts on left and right, and, trying to basically run 3 regular players out and 9 just dudes out of the middle school gym, basically, it seems. And somewhere in there, our predictions are going to sink or succeed. And, I would say those are probably 2 of my favorites in the last year are the postseason prediction as well as the beginning of the season prediction.
So I'm going to start with then Evan and Mitch because you both said like the plain Jane stuff. So what topics would you want to talk about in 2022 that you maybe didn't get a chance to talk in 2021? Like if you wanted to diversify, what other topics would you want to talk about? Evan, I know you personally, I mean, you can start a whole Furious section on the podcast if you wanted to.
I missed that part. Start a whole what section?
A Furious section on the Furious movies.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think if that were going to be a realm, I think there's definitely a movie section of things. I mean, we don't talk about this often, but I mean, I could see a comedy reflection of things, love stand up on the side, those kinds of things. But No, I'm gonna stay true to my heart and with all things NBA is that's
Okay. Mitch, what about you? What topics
there's
do you
tons-
want to talk about in 2022?
See, like I was
Oh, Evan's back.
Go ahead, Osa.
did you have something? I was going to start talking, and it's hard to, I'm good at running my mouth.
Well, it's hard.
I'm not
It's
good
hard
at
to
running.
coordinate. Just as like it's tough to coordinate an 8-man rotation in NBA basketball. It's tough to coordinate an 8-man rotation in the NBA or the end of the year pod. So sometimes there's going to be talking over each other. So I'm going to defer. I'm going to give the ball back to you for this.
So if there was something in which I wanted to maybe talk about, I know I can already feel Nikki about to stab me here in a moment. Like,
Oh no.
I would like to talk about fantasy football, but I'll be honest with you. In the chat, we talk a lot of smack. Like, it's really what the chat is. It's like secondhand fantasy football, first talk shit, and like I have a lot of takes, and I'm not confident. I'll be honest with you. I'm not confident to put it on record, but I would like to talk about it. So many people that contribute to the L7C also do fantasy football, so that could be something in which we could have multiple people talking about each week. But I don't know how I'd want to tackle it. I don't run any statistics software, at least at this moment. To pull my own stuff. Basically, I'm just kind of like piggybacking off other, analytics people. And but that's something in which I think I would like to talk about. I think I just need the confidence to actually put my thoughts out in concrete. Because it was last year, everyone would have thought I was just a complete dipshit. Because I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Last year was bad. I think everything I guessed or predicted was probably wrong. So.
Patrick has fantasy football expert in the chat. Nikki, I know that
3 tight ends.
Three tight-
Real quick, if I can. Martin,
No,
real
so-
quick, if I can.
So
before we get to
let me
Hold on,
Let me
go
give
ahead,
a quick
Evan.
rundown to all the listeners. So Nikki and I were we were feud number one throughout the entire year. It started off that I was trying to do a strategy by taking every good tight end and then having Nikki force a trade with me. Well, there was no trade that happened. Instead, we put our asses to our mouth and talk shit. And so he did his thing. I think he even finished better than me this season. So that goes to show you how much my strategy actually worked. But then later on in the season, I made a trade and got rid of my tight end, Travis Kelce, for Michael Pittman and TJ Hawkinson, right? Well, that day, it takes 48 hours for our trades to go through, which, hey, put that on the list of things that we need to potentially change for next year because 48 hours.
Yes.
Well, Nikki then took all the tight ends that were available. You took Jacksonville, you took Pittsburgh, you took them all. And just so you know, you didn't say anything, but I saw what you did, and I was waiting for you to talk shit. I had about 5 or 6 different memes, like GIFs that I had created just in case. I had my revolver loaded. I was ready to go, but you didn't say anything, and well, you beat my butt anyway. So,
Evan was about to say something. Go ahead, Evan.
No, I just to Oso's point about just again feeling lack of confidence of sorts at times and things. No, I mean I just as your friend and fellow L7C contributor here, man. I mean that's just humility. I mean, again, like I think that's the beauty of podcasting is, hey, it's just authentically who we are to talk about the topics we feel compelled to talk about. And it is what it is. We don't I think I align with you a lot in that, we don't put a lot of stock into the kind of macho man perspective of like, hey, this what I say is the gospel and, it is what it is. No, if you're going to tune, you're going to listen on our niche, topics that we cover. You're just going to get authentically us, whether that's stats heavy, whether it's not stats heavy. But one way or the other, it's a perspective that's grounded in experience of just, what we know, what we've taken in and, us making, just decent guesses. Guess is probably too light of a term, but decent projections on how we see things playing out.
Well said.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
Nikki, what about you, man? What topics do you want to talk about in 2022 that you didn't get a chance to talk about in 2021?
Man, there's a couple. Obviously, the easiest one to say is the Blue Jackets. Honestly, glad I didn't do a podcast this year because the season's screwed anyway. So it worked out. But I think that's one. And then next year, I should have more time. That's the biggest issue is finding the time to make sure you can watch the games.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say the Blue Jackets. And then, I don't know, hopping on a couple other anime ones just because I'm an anime head. That's like all I watch. So it's like I'm very knowledgeable on most of the universes.
Okay.
Nikki, would you want to be on a super podcast? Do you follow
Nah.
it enough, or are you
No,
with
I
everything
can
else
never-
in the universe?
I can never watch your podcast because I don't read the manga. So I'm like, I'm not watching this one. I'll wait till Super drops. One Piece would be a good one. I feel like me and Justin could hit a nice One Piece one.
Well, you have to get Justin to show up.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. I'm there.
Shout out to Jacob. Hashtag where's Justin?
Oh, also shout out Jacob. His podcast is one of my favorites to listen to, the wrestling one,
Mm-hmm.
because this year's been great to listen to y'all talk about all of the releases and all of
Why'd you?
the shit that just happened.
Is
I
it
love
really a
that
wrestling podcast right now, or is it just like a roster update? Is it like a season pass? What's coming next? Like,
Oh my god!
A roster update. That's funny.
Oh my gosh!
I don't even know who wrestles anymore. I mean, I just think of like back in the 90s when Vince was says, "You're fired." It's every day at work, apparently. Like,
Oh, we got
hot
another.
messes.
We got another hashtag. Where's Justin? Patrick said Oso beat Nikki this year by 5.8 fantasy points.
Lost to me in the losers playoff round. Don't matter.
Nikki and I went
NBA
1-1.
is
I don't know
yeah.
what the points are, but I mean, hey, he finished better than me, straight up.
That's
So I mean, you download the app, you see what place he finished. It says I finished 11th out of 12.
Before we go to Byron, Jacob does say in the comments for you, Oso, Roman. Byron, how about you, man? What topics do you want to talk about in 2022?
The only one that I want to talk about next year that we didn't get to do this year is just do something on Black History Month, because I know that we like alluded to like it, but never like dive deep into it. So I would like to do something on Black History Month next year.
Awesome. I know a couple of ideas that have been thrown. That one, I know, well, now she's Dr. Chelsea Police did the International Women's Day one last year. So for International Women's Day, I kind of want to do a podcast with all the women that contribute talking about stuff. And then I know also this has been brought up to do a what dating is like in dating culture in 2022. I know that's been brought up, and that one is being spearheaded by someone else who made their debut on the L7C podcast and did 2 episodes, Junior Array. So he is trying to get a committee to do that one. So be on the lookout for that. But, so Byron, to stick with you, who do you want to do an episode with, and what about that you haven't done one, or maybe you have?
I'm trying to think of like who I haven't done episodes with, because I feel like I've done episodes with pretty much everyone on the L7C outside of like Chuck and Dr. Cassie and Dr. Police. So probably those 3.
You haven't done one with
I don't know.
Evan?
Or Evan, that's true. We don't do one with Evan as well. I don't know what we would talk about because I know I'm not an NBA expert. I watch a couple games here and there.
College football,
Usually,
Byron. College football.
Oh!
we can talk about college football. Got some big games coming up this
I'll come-
weekend.
I can come out of retirement from my old sports writing job to talk some college football.
All right, we're gonna do some college football next
There
year
you
then.
go. Looking forward to that in 2022. Mitchell, how about you? Who do you want to do a podcast with?
Who do I want to do a podcast with? That's a good question. I don't know if I want to like get someone who is another anime expert, at least with Super, because I mean, you guys are more anime experts than me. I just watch one thing or read one thing. I don't know. I don't know. No one reads the manga like super like I do, or at least. So then I think back to like, if we start like a fantasy football podcast, I mean, I could have any of you guys on there. We could all do it. Nikki, you could be there. Byron, Mark, whatever it might be. Justin, maybe that'll be the one time. Justin would be a good person to have on the fantasy football because he actually knows like everything that's going on actually in the NFL. So,
Jacob said you and him could do the DBZ Abridged.
that is true. We could do abridged.
He said 2022, make it happen.
Oh, well, we might just have to do that. And what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah. Jacob sometimes reaches out to me just for super information. Now, he watches the anime a lot. And I don't think he's dove into the manga, which, you should be done by the anime by now since, we haven't had an anime in 5 years or whatever it is. Good Lord. God. So, could do that as well. Or Jacob, Jacob and I played video games a lot as when we were growing up. So he's a good topic of like a video gamer along with some other people. So I mean, there's something else. I'm surprised that actually, I was going to say I was surprised that Jacob hasn't actually streamed for the L7C one of his games.
Jacob.
Yeah, he might. That might be something up his alley. So, I mean, maybe he can join you guys. I don't know what game he would play / anything, but that's a ponder there.
Nikki, you brought up doing a podcast with Andrea, hopping on a My Hero one. Is there any other people you want to do one with that you haven't yet?
Yeah, I could definitely see myself hopping on with Evan and talking hoops.
Okay.
NBA is my favorite league, and I've been doing fantasy basketballs for like 8 years now. So I'm very entrenched in the NBA. So it's like, I feel like me and Evan could have a good one. Hell yeah. And then I definitely want to do one with Mitch because me and Mitch have great energy. Even though we come at each other, it's great energy. It's great entertainment. It's all love and fun. Like, we know, like, it's not serious. So, like, that'd be a dope. Like, the fantasy football one, we could even do a rotating cast. With 12 people in the league. It's not like it has to be the same people every time, but that's one way. So I'd say Mitch, Evan, and then Andrea, but we already technically worked together on the what if battles.
True. Evan, who would you want to do a podcast with?
We spoke to it a little bit earlier, but I definitely say you and Byron on the college football side of things.
Okay. And then just going out, whoever.
What about you? Why do we ask you? Why you ask us all these questions?
Yeah,
Put you in the hot seat.
Thank you, Mitchell.
What do you want to? Well, you want to ask who I want to do a podcast with?
Who do you? Okay, we have to tweak yours because you do them with almost everyone. But like, who do you want to do a podcast with? Who either has not been on a podcast ever, or who do you want to do a podcast with, and the topic is changed based off of what they've done in the past?
Well, we got some new people. Actually, we got a new person recording on Sunday. We're going to be introducing to the full. We're going to be introducing another doctor. Well, now spoilers. Dr. Sarah Bogan. So she is going to be joining the L7C podcast, and I think she is starting off with college. She's going to be the college gymnastics expert. So that throws in somewhere else, Mitch, that you can throw and talk some math. You, Sarah, and Poe could do a whole math pod.
I don't know where to go with that unless you want me to talk about the history of mathematics.
Just make up some random stuff with the numbers. But I think with the topics that I would want to talk about, I think we brought them up of what I want to do in 2022. I also like Nikki's thing about rotating like people and doing different podcasts. My goal for maybe next year, the years to come, is that I know I have like the L7C like Zoom login, but for other people to moderate the podcast and I just record it. So like you, like Byron interviewing Mitch, or like Mitch interviewing Evan about something.
Oh, I'll interview Mitch.
Like, I feel like that'd be because I'm fine with being on every episode, but I think it'd be interesting to hear a different moderator every time and time again.
Yeah, good. You have to catch up then, Byron. You will have to I didn't cover all the chapters of Super before we started 58 or whatever it was the first one in which we started. So you want to play catch up? You want to subscribe to Viz and get all the chapters?
It doesn't have to be about DBZ. It could be about something else.
Mitch, how come you didn't say you wanted to hop on Byron and with one of the Marvel ones?
My bad.
Like, that's a whole thing yet you're passionate about. You could hop on those.
That's true. Now, I have slacked off a lot. I have not finished.
Jacob said he wants Mitch to interview Justin. He wants you to interview Justin.
Who wants me to interview Justin?
Jacob.
Oh, snap.
He said to find out where he's been. Like he's hiding from the nation.
What county is he in?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's a joke. No context.
Yeah, let's not.
Anyways. You have to email me for response.
Reasonable. But yeah, so that's what I would want to do. But go ahead, Mitch.
Oh, no, I forget what I was going to say. I think I was just saying something just because I don't know why.
Okay.
It's usually what I do.
So what are some goals we want for 2022 individually and as a group?
I want to see how we spend that L7C money.
It's still accumulating.
Yeah, we need a headquarters. That needs to be a down payment for a headquarters.
Okay. I like that. I mean, I don't know if we actually like buy it outright. We probably have to rent a space.
No, we ain't renting.
Oh.
Batman doesn't rent the Batcave or he doesn't rent anything. No, he owns. He's a billionaire and he takes what he wants, just like those banks. We talk in a text chat. Some people tell me that Superman is better than Goku.
Oh, here we go.
Superman can't even buy his damn mother's house. Okay, Batman has to bail his ass out. Okay, cool. Loser. Good job. At least Goku has a whole bunch of money he got from the Ox King. Freaking scrub.
Jesus Christ, man.
So yeah, that's what we need to make more money. We need to expand. We need to conquer and own everything, media-wise.
Well, since you said expand, so Mitch, who would you want to come on this year? Because I know last year you brought up like people like Chelsea and Junior, and both have come on. So like, who would you want to come on next year?
You will have to come back to me on that one.
All right, Nikki, what about you, man? What goals do you have individually or as a group?
Man, as a group, I don't know where we're at. I'm trying to see us hit like 4K plus views
Next year?
by the end of next year. Have over 4,000 total.
Well, I could give you the total as of today. We actually have a couple episodes that'll be going up before the end of the year. The total right now, total plays, I know our goal was 2,000, but our goal right now we have 2,345.
Okay, yeah.
So I mean, 4,000 is
It's doable.
It's possible. 4,000 by this December next year.
And then individually, I don't know. Probably just see myself hop on doing more podcasts. Honestly, that's about it for me.
Okay. Evan, what goals do you have individually or as a group?
We texted about this a little bit ago, but I think we might see it if we're trying to reach, X amount of listens, X amount of downloads, what have you. Not to get away from who we are as a group, but I'd like to see, kind of like individualized, like album artwork for each pod we have. Like I think if people if they're scrolling through, they type in Dbz or they type in college football or they type in NBA, what have you. If they see album artwork for that specific episode that mirrors that and it's compelling and it looks cool, I think they're more likely to click on it and listen, especially if they're, somebody on the outside who's never interacted with us before. So that might be a new venture, I think, as a group, maybe we could tackle.
I do like that. Patrick thinks 4K is easy. He said we should try and shoot for 5.
Here for it, man.
The crazy thing
Here
is,
for it.
Hey, sky's the limit, man. Why not 10K? Let's just, let's go for it.
That means people got to make some good content and get word of mouth. Maybe the wrestling expert's going to need like some big listenings. Byron, how about you, man? Podcast goals individually as a group. I know last year, I remember your individual goal was to try and get in the top 10. Is that still your goal? Well, I mean, obviously, the top 10 gets unveiled on New Year's Eve this Friday.
well, yes, I don't know if I accomplished that goal or not. If I don't know the top 10. But if I didn't get in the top 10, get in the top 10 individually. But I actually did have to hit 5,000 plays by the end of the year as the group goal.
Okay. All right.
Because last year I said we could hit 2K and we did. So let's hit 5.
All right. Do you, for top 10 wise, which by the way, make sure you follow us on Twitter so you can see the top 10 pod episodes that's going to be unveiled on New Year's Eve. Do you care if it's you individually or if it's you as a group?
I mean, personally, I would like me individually, but I don't care if it's, because I feel like there is one last year that I was on that was in the top 10. I think it was with Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Jacob said he'd carry you, man.
He did, but I would like individually now to be in the top 10.
I just want my name on it.
Mitch, you were already in the top 10 last year.
Well, you know what I meant. Like, any top 10, I just want my name somewhere. Because then I can just say it was all because of me.
Oh, my God.
Even if it's with someone else, I'd be like, okay, thanks for contributing. Scare away a viewer.
I didn't crack the top 10 last year, so, I mean.
That's because you skipped the end of your podcast because you thought you had a date that day.
Dang. So, okay.
Go listen to that dating podcast then. Rule number 1.
You literally said wrong day. I forgot.
No, rule number 1 for the dating podcast. Whoever's about to put that one out, I already tell you. Rule number 1: don't skip podcasts.
I know it's
Good.
I mean, you could be on the date. You could be on the dating one. Oh, Cedric's in the chat. Cedric, pop into the
Cedric.
What's up, Cedric?
Cedric, you could pop into the Zoom right now. We're still going. But I mean, that dating one, Junior so far has him, Heppert, Byron. Evan, you could be on the dating
tell me
one.
about this.
He told you about this like 2 days ago. Well, not 2 days ago. The last time you saw him.
I don't remember that.
Well, that's awkward. But let's go through some numbers before we just let the questions come on. And Byron, I'm going to use mine if that's all right with you. I think they're basically the same. So let's start off with the captain, Byron Mitchell. Byron was in 47 episodes this year and has 548 total listens on his episode that he's involved in.
Good numbers.
Let's go to Mitchell. Mitchell has literally calendar year. He has 12 episodes. He actually has one that's going to be coming out in a couple days. So that'd be 13. But 12 episodes. Mitchell by himself, 175 total listens.
What's that math? I don't know the math. You wanted me to do math, and I can't even do math.
175 divided by 12.
5 or something, or 15. I meant.
That's pretty good. We got Cedric, who has been on 16 episodes and has 224 total listens. Oh, do you want to come on? We're live. Do you want to come say hi? No. Oh, well, Courtney's awkwardly just staring from the corner. We're live right now. So if you want
Hi, Courtney.
They say hi.
Hey, she needs to do a podcast on Animal Crossing.
They need you. Mitchell wants you to do a podcast on Animal Crossing.
What?
Do a game review.
A game review.
I'm really bad at it.
You have like 20 hotels, but
How are you bad at Animal Crossing?
Chuck Marlowe, He has 4 episodes. Remember, Chuck was in Kuwait most of the year with 50 total listens. Jacob has 26 episodes he did with 347 total listens. We have the Dr. Police. She did 4 episodes this year with 135 total listens.
Holy shit.
That's good.
Holy crap.
Patrick and Jacob say hi, Courtney. Hello. She says hello. We have then Evan Debo with 11 episodes this year with 102 total listens. Jacob says that he wants to get a podcast with Kayla, Courtney, and Hannah.
Oh, for Animal Crossing?
Maybe. Nikki was a part of 8 episodes, the newcomer, with 146 total listens. And Cedric has joined us. Cedric, what's going on?
That's good,
How's it
Cedric.
going? Don't trust your phone alarms. They ain't shit. I meant to take an hour nap. I wake up, I look at my phone, I was like, oh, it's 8:30? I was like, oh, god damn. I looked at my phone, I was like, oh, it's around. And I was like, well, I'm also just watch the stream. Shit, get the view.
You can hop in. You already did better than Justin. Where's Justin's been the thing of all streams?
Well, first of all, like that's not a great thing. I'm not trying to like it's not like I'm out here like, oh, let me try to be better than Justin today. It's like, no, like.
Were you able to hear your numbers on the thing, Cedric?
Yeah, I don't do shit out here. I know this.
You have 224 total listens.
You and Byron have 220
That's crazy.
That's so wild. We would have the Naruto. What if they without you?
Right.
Hey, do these include
you
YouTube
would.
numbers?
Y'all
No,
done
they do.
episodes without
No,
me?
See, I knew you were going to ask. No, Mitch, these do not include YouTube
Yeah, I'm going
numbers.
to ask. That's where my viewers are.
I do have something to say before. Well, let me finish these ones. So we did Nikki. The other newcomer, Andrea, has been on 18 episodes. She has 274 total listens.
Amazing. Good shit.
And then Mr. Ackendale has 20 episodes, 261 total listens.
He ain't even here.
I know. So for YouTube, though, today we did have one of our podcasts hit triple digits for the first time on YouTube.
Which one?
Wait. Is it an actual
one of the what
podcast
ifs.
or is it like one of your
It could be one of the wrestling ones because I know.
Nope, it
I
is
know,
a podcast.
I was gonna say, could be one of the wrestling ones because they got that exclusive YouTube. I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, it ain't me. You would have told me if there was triple
That's what I said.
digits.
Well,
on
I
the
was
YouTube
saving like
podcast.
some type of news for like this, or we'd be over. But no, the first triple digit one, Cedric, you were right. It is the What If Battle. It is the Women's March Madness tournament where we said soccer would be out the first round. But you were in the comments because you started going at it with the people in the comments because you're very...
because they was stupid.
Hold on, Cedric fought people in the comments.
Oh,
section?
the Naruto community,
bro,
Cedric
they
goes at it
fucking
with
hate
people.
me.
What was worse?
Yeah.
Whenever I went after that guy, that like I don't even care about like Naruto at all, and I went after that one guy on Twitter.
That was...
This guy really like left comments on comments. I was like, shoot,
Yeah.
pull up to one of the videos. Ain't say nothing. I was like, okay, so what you're saying here is you love Sakura.
Basically.
I'm sorry, but she getting smoked. I hate to tell you that I'm not even on this one, and I can tell you she getting smoked. Like that was gonna happen if I was there. She was gonna die. Like, I'm sorry.
Mitch, if you wanted to, you could do Dragon Ball What If fights.
I was just about to say that.
That's true.
I mean,
That would be hot.
Well, the thing is that I can do what ifs, or we could all just tune in to Dragon Ball Superheroes and just watch what
Hey, if
they
that
do
movie
there, 'cause
flops,
they take it.
I'm
It's
telling you
all
right now,
things.
if that shit flops, y'all done.
Who is
y'all gotta take a break.
I don't have stock. Well, I mean, I just enjoy it.
You are part of the Dragon Ball community, Mark.
Oh, absolutely. But listen, I'm very.
Like, y'all gotta take at least like a little break, just a little break.
All my communities are toxic, so
Well,
every single
I
one that
mean-
I'm in is bad.
well, we just started the Demon Slayer community. It can't be that toxic.
They're not
just
bad.
yet.
Dragon Ball's bad. Naruto's bad. Buckeye's
Well,
bad.
Batman.
The last two are like
Batman's
bad by
bad.
association. Okay, that guy. Oh man. Yeah, but you ride or die for that nigga, so it's fine.
I do. I do. I was sitting there. I was like, man, would I kill for this dude? I was really contemplating it too. I was like, man, I really would.
If he was real, if he was out here next to you, was like, he called you up like on a secret Bruce Wayne line. It's like, yeah, I need that. I need you to do one thing for me, just one time.
And we
Be
just lost Evan. Bye, Evan.
Oh, was he on his phone?
Phone?
Yeah.
I didn't see his fix.
He didn't want to show his face. Mitch said, "What's wrong with his haircut?" Well, Cedric, since you hopped in, just real quick, like, what were some of your favorite pods to do or listen to? Like, what topics do you want to talk about in 2022? Who do you want to do a podcast with that you haven't? And goals?
I mean, that's like 6 questions just now. Damn.
Well, first, what was your favorite pod to listen to or do in 2021?
My favorite podcast to listen to, and man, I swear I'm gonna hate this. It was the Batman one. Honestly, that one and one of the I think the Return My Hero one, just because I hadn't watched the movies and stuff like that. So like things that like, if I have the time, like I'm like, okay, let me listen to a podcast episodes. I normally try to pick stuff that I know nothing about, just because I feel like, one, I'm going to learn something today, and two, it'll at least keep me entertained because I'll have questions throughout, and I can just like follow up, just like, I got this, like with the Batman thing, when I asked you the questions on the thing, I was like, hey, you didn't answer my question. That made me feel good. So,
hey, Batman one's guaranteed once a year, man. Once a year. I'm surprised you didn't say your favorite one was the first Akatsuki one with Sasuke, with Justin just having the sound bites of sound bites.
This is the thing. When you ask me something about our content, I always try to pick something that's not something I'm in.
Fair.
Just because, I mean, like, I know what's in there already. So it's kind of like already I'm leaning towards it, but not to say I don't like our what if battles. It's one of those things where it's like, until recently, like one time when you came up to Cleveland, I didn't really rewatch any of them, just because I was like, I lived it, so why the fuck would I rewatch it? Like,
That makes sense. So, what topics would you want to talk about in 2022? Byron did bring up doing a Black History Month one.
I like that. That's strong. I still need you to hook Nikki up and let him do hockey. I would love to do like a music one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was reading someone said dating.
Yeah.
Who's doing the dating podcast?
Junior's trying to assemble a crew.
Okay. I was gonna say like who is doing the dating podcast because it's not even like me and I are trying to be like Kevin Samuel, are we? Or are we just gonna be out here just like talking shit? Because honestly, like anyone can do that.
I don't know. Junior just wants he just wants to be even numbers, boys and girls. I don't know how he's doing that, but we're gonna figure that out.
Okay. Well, all right.
But that's the thing. So who do you want? I feel like you and Justin should do music.
Me and Justin would be an interesting combination because I know that nigga loves Future.
Well, he likes the young people now because he's acting 20 when he's almost 30.
Oh God!
You gotta give him at least above 21 the way he drinks. So
Look at Mitch. Mitch is like, what?
all right, he has a successful outing at Shotsmith.
Yes,
okay?
he is. He's almost 30. He's like 28.
He had a successful outing at Shotsmith. All right, he performed well. The scouts were out there and they were in review. Hey, in comparison to the shots giving, my man did above and beyond.
That's true. But no, I think you and him would do a good music. That'd be
Hey,
good.
well, hold on. Speaking of being old and shit, when was Evan's birthday? Wasn't it? It was just last week sometime, wasn't it?
It was
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he turned 30.
Christmas Eve.
Happy
I don't
belated.
remember if I said it on Facebook or I think I texted it. Happy belated. But he's 30 now? Oh, thank God. I need more 30 people other than Byron over here.
Oh,
It's gonna hit us all
walkers.
eventually. Shit, damn! You out here weathering the storm. You better hold on.
That's a struggle, man. You know, geez, I'm
How old are you?
30.
Sometimes I think I should just walk
That's it?
in and just ask for a senior citizen discount and just see what happens. It's like,
You 30 with a
Holy
kid. You better love life. Like, at least you ain't like 36 with a child and got a bad back all the time. You got a
Bro.
bad back by choice. You
bro,
ain't got
I
a bad back
knee.
because
I
you
got
old.
bad, like right whenever I hit 30 on October 25th, October 26th, I had a bad knee. It hurt.
You've
for no
had a
reason.
bad knee.
Patrick will just tell you to go work out.
Well, stop, okay? Because that's a double-edged sword. Right? Like you can't tell someone to go work out if you do not work out.
Well, Patrick's in the chat. Patrick plays soccer. Ain't that right, Patrick? As he's typing
Here's my
something.
motivation to work out, guys.
Oh,
I
here
look at
we
this.
go.
I look at this every single day.
If you're about to
I
show,
assume-
I'm about to
I look at this
I got a little
every
nervous.
day.
I'm not gonna lie. I was really worried what he was about to pull up. I was like, if you're about to show us, like,
Yeah.
I understand that kids do watch our podcasts.
That's true. Mitch, Jacob says you're 30, but you act 12.
Oh, he
Damn.
acts like a bitch.
I can't wait for Jacob's retorts to this when he does his part.
I mean, his best burn right now, I would say, is that at least he has his own laptop and doesn't have to use his wife's because we see you, Kalo. So on the chat.
Oh!
Oh, I mentioned it when I hopped on.
Heather, why do you always show up and stab me? I swear.
Mitch, you've been getting attacked all year, bro. You've been getting
Most
smoked.
you so hard.
But Oso's a guy, man. Oso's
Let me
pop.
show you this crappy.
What are
Oh.
you doing, huh?
Don't be pants.
See this thing? You see this? Viewers, don't get this. Don't.
What is
wow, we're
I don't
doing
know what
tech
laptop
reviews
this
now?
is, but there's no place
That's-
to plug an Ethernet cord. This thing cannot get the job done.
Mitch,
It
you
is
have
trash.
money, just buy a new computer.
How old
Mine
is that
was like
laptop?
$300 or something like that. I got an Ethernet port.
You have a whole Best Buy credit card with some K's on there. You can afford it?
Hey.
No, that's what credit cards used for you guys when you need shit.
Mitch,
Exactly.
we already have a
I was gonna
card.
And then you got to Venmo him the difference so that way he can pay off the truck.
Yeah,
That was the thing.
That's called smart investing right there.
Jacob says
That's
God
called
bless
hustling.
Cedric.
You try to hustle us.
You guys are just paying me what you would pay at the store. I'm just saving it.
Exactly. That's why we're not paying you.
Mitch is wild.
Makes no sense. Why not
Cedric, do you have any goals for individually or as a group? Patrick's, well, first the goal is to try and get to 4K by the end of
I was in there when he said 5K. I mean, I agree with also. I mean, we might as well make it whatever K. Like, it doesn't really matter because if we hit it, we hit it. So the sky's the limit. The goal is as high as we can get before 2022 closes.
Fair enough. Oh, he said
Individual goals.
Hold on. Jacob, I'm not asking Dave to buy me anything.
Wait, are you monitoring the YouTube chat?
No, it's funny. I got this, and then Jacob's messaging me on Facebook right now, so I'm trying to balance this life. It's
That's how
tough
you know
being
y'all.
He's
losers,
distracted.
like,
Y'all using
He's
Facebook
distracting
for
you. Like,
fun.
he's out here trying to get you slipping.
I feel like Mariah Carey. Why are you so obsessed with me?
Oh my god! Again, guys, Jacob's recording his part Friday, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be very Mitch
What time on Friday?
11 a.m.
Can you make that 11:30? I might be on it.
I can make it 11:30.
You hear that, Jacob? You better 11:30.
You have a direct messenger. You talking about? Do you hear that, Jacob?
I know you're always doing like a wrestling promo, like he's watching from home and you're on TV.
No. The best part is his phone is to his side. That's why he looked at it too. He's like, "You hear that, Jacob? I'm
Yep.
talking to you."
Well, Jacob, it's 11:30 on Friday. Mitch might hop on. Man, okay, Mitch, and he might just.
Well,
go,
you know what? If you
I
guys
actually
do it
may
at
hop on
11,
that
you
too.
guys can do it at 11. I might hop on afterwards, maybe at the tail end, because the biggest fireworks go off at the end. So that was whenever I would show
I
up.
can make it 11:30. It's New Year's Eve. Anyone else want? Byron, you want to try and hop back on again?
No, I
I'll
gotta
be
work
there.
right there.
I haven't
Oh,
seen,
yeah,
I haven't
you gotta
seen
do-
Jacob
oh, yeah.
in a while.
Yeah, I work normal hours, not like Jacob. So
Jacob
I work for the
said jump
government,
on.
so I ain't gonna be there.
Jacob said, "Jump on, buddy. 11:30 then."
There I am.
I'll make an appearance. I gotta eat a sandwich, but
What?
What?
that's about it.
Why do you have to eat a sandwich?
All right, bro.
What else am I going to eat?
That's my cue
Cereal?
to leave.
Okay.
That's my cue to leave. You better pull up on camera with a sandwich. Freaking mustard.
It's going to be the biggest sandwich ever. And you know, the thing is another thing that some people don't know. Jacob went to school for culinary, so he knows how to cook. I'm going to make this super sandwich, and I'll get him to judge it. There we go. There you want another podcast idea, Jacob? Cooking. There you go.
Jacob said, "Come one, come all." 11:30 on
Cooking
Friday.
podcast.
Or don't come at all.
Does this mean you're gonna let Hold on, Martin? Does this mean you're finally gonna let Patrick on? That's the reason I also mentioned it. He's trying to get Patrick back in here. Yeah.
That's not my
I'm
choice.
ready for a Patrick
that's
debut.
Look, man, he got to focus on streaming. You got to build that back up.
Yeah. I'm ready for
now I'm out after
that.
that little
That
nugget.
did not go how I intended it to go.
Nah, that ain't all love. Fuck Patrick. He's a champ. I got to shit on the champ. New rivalry right there. I beef with the champ. I beef with the champ.
I'm
Y'all
speechless.
take it
It's been
Thanks
a champ
for
for like
listening,
3
viewers.
days.
See you,
Nikki,
Nikki.
I'm about to change your nickname to Uzi because you just fire into wherever.
Holy shit!
Oh,
man, I'm
that sound
teared
was
up.
up?
God damn.
That
Oh
sound
my
was
god!
I'd be out here like a superstar movie person. Way I run my mouth.
Patrick said he's still banned. That's true because Justin hates you.
Jesus.
I mean, it
Justin's
ain't.
not here right now.
I know Justin's not here right now, but that's Justin. I mean, you got.
You're gonna confront Justin with that? Because I don't know. I mean, it's been a long year.
Hey, where'd Nikki go? I looked down to see my chat. And
He
then
said he
Nikki's
was leaving
gone.
after you brought up you're
Yeah.
gonna eat a sandwich on camera.
Oh, I thought you booted him.
What?
No, he dropped that Patrick bomb, then he left.
Hey, Jacob, I know you're listening, man, and you are very active in this YouTube chat. I do not know why you're not on here right now.
He's at work.
Apparently, he's not doing much.
He does have a point.
He's been on an hour break.
Patrick just said, "Nikki, I'll pay attention to you when you win the trophy."
Oh.
He can say that now. I can't.
Aw.
Jacob's like,
You still got the pick'em belt?
You still got that until Royal Rumble, man. We're about to be
Bro,
Royal Rumble.
Jacob's asking the real questions.
I don't want to take away from the belt, but I literally had to Google that shit. Like,
For what?
I had to read about who was going to win. And
you
there was a
won.
whole bunch of, like, ups and downs. I just picked it. Now, Cooper is going to win.
He's the greatest.
Won what?
The belt.
Oh, he's going to have that belt sometime.
No, I gotta win Royal Rumble so I can go on a year hiatus so I can see how Byron feels.
Oh, because we'll
I'll
have
be
our
fun.
own Brock Lesnar and our own pick'em belts.
I know Byron be pissed. I just don't show up for shit else because I don't know how to use the points. So
At least you admit it. At least you're not like
so.
at least you're not like Just. Who's like, I thought we put the least points on our most confident. What?
That's true. He did
Hold
say
on.
that.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Huh?
Byron, you can't laugh at anybody.
I know. I'll just say he said that. I know what I did. I own up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. The original trio. Byron, I'm sorry, man. Top 10 Power Rangers had to be in my top 5. It
That's
had to
fine.
be. When you said, "Oh, you
That
got
was the
them-"
funniest thing. My man said, "TJ," but he got even though he got.
Oh,
voted-
look who that is! Is that Coop making his debut? Coop!
What's up, buddy?
Mitch, Coop has a big head, man.
Dang.
He does.
No,
He
it
does.
does. Look at
Hey,
Coop!
Here, I know Patrick will like this. You talking about Cooper wanting the keyboard? Every day he comes in while I'm at work and he does this. He smacks his keyboard. He knows. Watch him. Actually, trying to eat it. But okay, this is not what you do.
We had a whole baby on the end of your podcast, but
There
couldn't
he
have
goes.
our producer. That's crazy.
Well,
There.
Byron, you're going to have to talk to him, bro. You're the leader. Cooper!
And what did
Next
Justin say he
generation.
had to do?
He didn't text back.
So what did he say he had to do?
Shoot, Cooper's going to be on before a whole bunch of other people when he can talk.
Hey, look at this esports champ coming up here.
Cooper's like, what the hell is happening?
He's looking for more.
Look at that. Courtney, did you
he's
want to
for
see
real looking for
Cooper?
Kayla.
Oh, I thought she was still down here. Never mind. Shit. Well,
Whoops. Swing and a miss.
So here you go, Martin. Cooper's on the podcast before a whole bunch of other people.
dang, I'm gonna have to put Cooper in the feature.
Well, yeah, he's on before Patrick.
Dang. He's on before his mom.
Yeah.
No.
Even Patrick said in the chat, Coop made it on before me.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I knew Patrick was going to say it, that's why I had to say it before Patrick said it.
Oh. Oh man, Mitch.
We understand, Patrick. We're listening. We watch.
Mitch,
we
what
see
else
the
do you
pain.
want to hit on before we close?
What else do we want to hit on?
Look at Coop.
I don't know. Cedric, you read the manga, the super manga?
No.
No. Martin, it's only you and I for.
Well, you, Cedric, and Jacob could do Dbz Abridged.
Yep. Do that.
I sometimes look at those videos again because they're funny.
They are.
Dude, they're
hilarious.
great. You guys, y'all need to help me out.
There's
And,
Kayla. And she's gone.
Nope, she's walking away. She says that doesn't count as her first appearance.
What?
Yeah,
Big T-shirt song. We saw it. It counts.
No, what was I gonna say? Hey, y'all need to help me convince Martin to watch Dbz Abridged.
Or we'll never watch Dbz
It's been
Abridged.
no.
Why
No,
not?
He will not.
Bro, I already got the first.
Because it's a parody, and Martin ain't trying to watch something that he cared about get made fun of.
But they're so funny.
okay,
like the,
Byron, then you can do that episode with them.
I will.
Like, shit gets me weak, but she is one of the funniest characters. Did anyone get the number of that bitch?
18.
Thank you.
I think the Super Android 13 episode is my favorite.
Oh yeah, when Goku gets punched right in the dick,
Yep.
straight up. Did you know they get punched in the groin a lot in those movies?
Yes.
Like in all the movies. That's like the number one go-to
Fun
for
fact
all
of
of
the
them to
day,
get punched
guys.
in the groin. You know,
Busy be
13
punching people
punches
in the
Goku
dick, yep.
groin. Cooler in whenever he's Mecha Cooler punches or knees Vegeta right in the groin.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. No, Guru's my favorite.
No.
No, he's just too funny.
That's
Bless
not
my
bird.
It's a kick its ass.
Yes, Jacob, I've not watched Dbz Abridged. That has not been in my wheelhouse.
Bro, they have like 70 episodes, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're
gotta
fast
watch.
episodes, too.
They're awesome. They're so
They're only
good.
like 20 minutes.
Here, Mitch.
Word.
No, they're shorter than that. They might be like 10 minutes, but whenever
Yeah,
they got
they're
close
really
to the
short.
end, then they got longer.
Mitch, here, I'll do you one. If you guys actually do 2 episodes on Dbz Abridged, I will watch the whole thing.
Done deal.
Can I get that in writing?
That
I mean, it was recorded.
Can I get that? Can I get that in a text message?
It was recorded live.
that's
So
true.
that's a no. That's a no on the writing.
Huh?
I'm gonna put that
I spelled
on,
things wrong.
I'm gonna put that on the Word document. Wait, hold on. Now you got me thinking. So we do. So who? So you want us to do?
It doesn't matter to him.
It doesn't matter to me.
Just do the 2 episodes.
2 episodes. Shit.
two episodes of Abridged, blah blah blah, and you'll begin watching Abridged. Will you then jump on and
Once
cover
I-
Abridged with us?
Once I finish it all, yeah. But you got to do it
Okay.
because Mitch, you're the second hardest person to record with, man.
I heard your schedule was tough.
Well, it's kind of easy, but kind of tough at the same time. Easy because it's always about the 20th of the month, and then hardest because of this computer, that kid.
And random
Don't-
people
don't
coming
blame
like
him.
like your dad. Your dad was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming here to spend the night."
Dave?
Like, what? Yes.
Dave was going to be on. I miss Dave.
Oh heck!
What?
Oh, Dave was Jesus. What would he talk about?
Dave's a guy.
What?
What do you want Dave to
Nothing
talk about?
appropriate.
I was saying, what do you want Dave to talk about? Dave
I
will
don't
talk
want-
about
I don't
anything.
want Dave to talk.
Isn't
This
he,
is not like
in
a
IT?
podcast.
I actually don't know what Dave does. For all I know, Dave saves the world, Byron.
We think he works for the CIA, but
You don't know what your
I mean-
own dad does for work?
He drives that nice car. I seen his Facebook profile
Which
pic.
one?
Oh, wow.
Top down.
Yep. Cock out.
That's a happy as. Listen, on Facebook. That's the happiest I've ever seen Dave.
Mitch, would you rather want Dave talking, or would you rather have a college football pod, Byron versus Nick?
Nick who?
Also,
Byron versus Nick college podcast because
Wait,
at
is it
least
good-
that's just college.
Is that sponsored by the L7C?
No, that's unsanctioned.
unsanctioned.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Because no offense, also we can't sponsor Nick
That's unsanctioned.
for
like an
other
unsanctioned
political
match.
reasons. I don't think it's wise for us to get engaged with that,
Well, Patrick says Dave does marketing. How does Patrick know what your dad does?
and you can't.
Dang,
I mean, I know what my dad does. I'm just saying he works for the CIA.
I know he hands out that genie stuff. That shit's
Oh.
fire.
He
I
does.
still got a couple cups.
Yeah, his dad.
He
gave him
actually has a
hat
new
once.
job within the company now. He doesn't actually do the marketing stuff anymore. He actually goes from store to store to make sure, and I'm going to paraphrase this, that they're not fucking up. So whenever they
Jacob
sell
said
shit.
his wife's first date and then was watching Dbz Abridged. And then Jacob said that your dad is the kingpin of Newcomers Town. Wow.
Yeah, I think he runs the world.
Jacob also said your dad could do a political podcast.
Yeah, no one's going to like it unless you're an extremist asshole. I don't like people that are over here. I don't like people over there. Some people in my family, they got takes, let me tell you.
Oh, you ain't gotta tell us. We see him on Facebook.
Yeah. You know, I've actually, you know, he ain't going to listen. I have to mute some people in my family sometimes.
What if the one time he does listen?
Well,
now
this
he
is your
knows why
chance
I
to
haven't
save
liked
his
any of
ass,
stuff
because
in
I'll tell
30
you what,
days, 'cause
man.
the snooze button hasn't expired yet. Facebook adding the snooze button is the greatest thing ever. Like, because, you know, when
Wait, there's a snooze button on Facebook?
yeah, so let's
You're
say,
too
for
invested.
example, you don't like what I'm spewing, like, and I'm constantly spewing shit. Let's just say that. You could go to my profile, and I forget where the button is on the front. It says snooze for 30 days, and it will completely mute me from your feed for 30 days. Now, I think if I comment on something and tag you in it, you'll see that, but you won't see the crap I put on there.
See, I just unfollowed your brother.
Well, that works.
You can unfriend them. You can block. I don't give a shit.
Nah, it's like one of those things. Like, I unfollow a lot of people because I believe social media is what you make of it, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, it's not like I'm going to unfriend you, because I feel like that is a little petty. It's just I choose whether or not I see your shit, because it's my page as I'm scrolling. Who I see is who I see. If I don't want to see your shit, I don't have to see your shit. And I'll get by with my day. Because for this random, like, however many minutes I'm scrolling while sitting on the toilet, that's something I don't want to see. And I can control that.
Fair enough. So,
No, okay. So I just remember what I was going to talk about. So we watched 2 episodes of Abridged, and then we do 2 episodes recording of Abridged, and you start watching Abridged. What was the other thing you wanted me to do for the pod? Oh, no, you wanted me to stream. You wanted me to stream the Cybers. And then what were you going to do?
I said I would get a damn controller and play whatever game you wanted to on Xbox.
Oh, Halo?
Yeah, which I don't own, but
You don't even own it, actually.
I don't. But you're like, oh, you could do Game Pass.
You
on
want
the
me to get you one, put it on the Best Buy credit card?
No.
Come on, man.
This man said put it on the Best Buy credit card.
Shoot, Mitch, you wouldn't even... Mitch, honestly, I would... It would be awesome, though, if you were able to stream, like, once every 3 months for the L7C.
What do you want me to stream?
You can
What's
do
everyone want me to
Halo!
stream? Halo.
You could do Halo. Multiplayer Halo.
We just
I
give you
mean,
the
I
I can see your
password.
Halo.
We just give you the password and then stream. There you go.
Yeah, but you
Am I
gotta
allowed
also
to
like
cuss?
set up all the shit
That's
and
true.
pray to God that like Martin or Byron doesn't stream right before you want to stream, because then you gotta reset up everything again.
Just let us know.
Do I need to actually show my face?
No.
No, we don't.
Cool. Okay.
Unless you
Well,
got a
when we join
computer,
this
it's really
Among
not. It's really hard to do that. Like show your face and stream console.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to have a full setup for that.
Yeah, and we
Us,
do
when we
not.
go do the Among Us podcast, or Straight.
You let us know.
I don't even know how that game is played. So
I just tried it 2 weeks ago, so I'm ready to go. I'm like an expert.
oh,
I learned how to vent.
Patrick
Okay.
can play that.
That's the most important.
He
I'll
can be a
play
part of that
Among Us
one.
with you.
the
You
best
see
my
what I
credit card
think-
is Dave's credit card.
That's
Who's saying use
disrespectful.
Dave's credit card?
Mitchell is a grown man. He has his own money.
Yeah. So, anyways,
You're just not.
I got nothing.
You can at least listen. We gonna give you your wife's money anyway because that's to have to hold till death do you part. But you really just gonna let him claim that you use Dave's money out here like that?
I mean, would I be lying if I said that I'm like, whenever he comes around, I try to get him to buy dinner? I mean,
Okay.
I'm really wondering how that conversation goes. You lift Coop up and you use a baby voice are you buying the bill? Are you paying the granddad?
oh no, I ask him, hey, you want to see Cooper and go out to dinner? You pay? It's all 1 cent, so he has
Wow.
to say yes.
That's funny. All right.
I'm hoping one day he finds the power to say no. He's like, no,
Cooper,
I'm just going to
stand
send you the money that I would spend on dinner and Cooper.
and then Cooper will cry, and then he'll be a bad papaw.
Cooper will understand.
So, Mitch, since
Cooper cries when he has too much shit in his pants.
Cooper
So do
cries
I.
when I get mad at college football. So there's that
What?
too. He gets
But you
mad.
raise your voice.
I do.
That's
get
what Cooper gets upset about. He doesn't
Well,
care
when-
what it's about. You're raising your voice. He does not like that.
I have to get him ready to be a world class fencer. Do I know how to fence?
World class.
No. But that's the goal.
You've been saying that for. I literally remember the first time you said, "I was like, "You fence," because your ass would do some random ass shit like that.
Thing is Cooper likes grabbing the Swiffer mop and swinging it around. I really think he took what Martin said about being a fencer to heart,
That's my guy.
and now I get smacked in the face with a Swiffer mop.
I mean,
Okay.
Surfer mops are awesome.
Byron, man. Anything
What's
else
up?
before we go to last words for this podcast?
No, I don't have anything else. I think we covered a lot.
So, who wants to close?
I feel like I
Mitch.
just got here, so I can't do it. So.
Mitch, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Close it up for us.
So to all the listeners, both that are here actually listening and might be listening at a different time, thank you
Pat
for
Rick
your
Productions is
constant
listening.
support.
Yeah, he's using other YouTube, his real YouTube with the videos, the Utopic Master. I know
Wait,
Byron
what's going
says go check him out.
Yeah, check out Patrick.
Yeah, check out Patrick. We're gonna try to get him unbanned someday. Probably won't happen, but you know what? We thinking about you, Patrick. But everyone else, thank you for your constant support. We really appreciate we appreciate you for what we're trying to do here. We couldn't do it without you because this would be pretty boring. But you guys are great. If you have any suggestions on topics that you would like us to discuss, always leave a comment, reach out, and we'll try our best and look forward to next year. And again, thank you for everything.
Very good ending. That was great.
To the
Mitch.
contributors, you guys do a fantastic job, and just keep it up. You guys do great. So
That was good. Only thing I have to add is that you guys have been watching live stream here, but when the Anchor one comes out, that will have everyone else's part. So when Jacob records and the others record, that will have everyone's parts. So be on the lookout for that one. And
When you say everyone, who's everyone?
well,
Let
Jacob,
the people know who to expect.
well, Jacob is recording his part Friday at 11:30, which you and Mitch said you may be able to hop on Friday. Chuck, who Cedric, I don't know if you were. It was earlier. Chuck couldn't be on because his unit got called to help in Mount Carmel with the reserves. So that is why he's not on. He is going to do his part. He's trying to figure out a time. Aki and Aki's been nowhere to be found. I'm gonna keep it honest. And then Poe, we have to schedule.
But you didn't. Is Cassie not doing one? Is Andrea not doing one?
Andrea, yes, Andrea is doing hers this week. Cassie is not.
Oh, we just have a choice like that?
Well, she was actually not invited because she didn't do more than 3 episodes. So
Oh, we gotta get those numbers up.
that's the only. That's the only. I was like, yeah, you gotta do at least 4 to be invited at the end of the year. So
So Chelsea didn't do more than 4, right?
Hepburn, she only
Yeah,
did 1,
exactly.
and she's been afraid to
Yeah.
come back since. Even though I think her
Well, I mean,
episodes
what'd you
in the
do?
nothing. She said she was like, oh, hearing the sound of her own voice. Even though her episode, I think's in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, it was Brittany, right? Free
Mhm.
Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You need her. Celebrity stuff is always going to be, people love to hear that shit.
But she
That's
said
She knows the most out of everyone, so.
she said she's coming back, so we're gonna see in 2022.
Yeah, I need to talk about this Kim Kanye divorce. I was hoping she'd do that, honestly.
Well, I'll
Because I need you to explain why, what's his face from SNL's out here swooping on all these bitches. Like
Pete Davidson?
my guy, Pete out here swooping on everybody. Ain't nobody ex-wife safe. No woman is safe. Pete gonna swoop them all. But he could never wife him up. I
Oh,
feel so bad.
yeah. Well, that's the goal. Get her to do more, and she said she'd be on that dating one. So,
Oh, there you go. Okay.
which that would be interesting.
You're gonna let Junior be on that?
Yep.
Good times. Good times.
And with that
So
being
can't
said,
be on
thank
that?
you everyone for
Justin.
thank you everyone for listening to the L7C
Because
podcast.
Justin's never on time.
Be on the lookout